I see I look out and them look just. It's me, myself, and I more that we kept them to my cry.
Rygin King, whose given name is Matthew Smith, was shot in Westmoreland today.
Until the doctor hold me up, I can't believe my mother had me sick.
What's good, angels? It's your girl EarthAngel naturally, all up on your screen with another episode of DSession. Welcome back to another episode of DSession, guys, and this week of DSession it's gonna be a pretty sad one. Some of the stories that we have to report on this week are not stories that I would want to have to sit and talk to you guys about, but however, that's what this session is all about. We cover stories in dancehall, within the industry, and sometimes it's not gonna always be, you know, the kind of story that we want to talk about or the kind of story that we want to cover, but I'm gonna try my best to get the story out to you guys without any emotional interferences. But it is pretty sad and it is a pretty hard time right now for all dancehall fans across the entire space of dancehall. So, you know, also for this week's episode we are going to be splitting it into two parts. So right now you're watching part one, which I'm going to give you the top 5 highlights in dancehall over the last week, and in part 2 we are going to be diving deep into an analysis of the Vybz Kartel acclaimed album of Dance and Divas. So please subscribe so that you get notified whenever we post that part 2, which is going to be tomorrow. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Now let's jump into this week's top 5. Coming at number 5, guys, we have Tami. Now Tami posted this video to his Instagram and it has gone viral. Everybody posted, everybody has shared it, and I just thought it was a breath of fresh air with everything that had been going on. Take a look.
My head's underwater, but I'm feeling fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you.
I think it's really cool to see Tami in that kind of space. It was so hilarious, I swear. But him sound good. Like him really and truly sound like him a go on a little thing, you know. Like him is no Johnny Jin, but him a go on a little something. So shout out to you, Tami, for putting a smile on your fans and everybody across the dancehall space, you know, who follows you on Instagram and who follows popular dancehall social media, you know. Anybody but social media will see it. You blessed us with a smile on our faces. That was really cool. Now coming in at number 4, guys, is Tami, Chynn and Wayne Marshall. Now I don't know why it took me so long to mention this, but I guess it's because I didn't think it had anything to do with dancehall. But it's two dancehall icons, it's two people that we know because of dancehall. So of course, if you guys are unaware, Tami, Chynn and Wayne Marshall have a YouTube channel that is taking over YouTube. Like, listen to me, guys. Everybody, women know I'm gonna mention this, them I watch them on YouTube. And there's a lot of things that I learned while watching them as well about the business and about music and about even Wayne Marshall in terms of music and the career and the connection between him and Bounty Killer, that vlog when he went to Bounty Killer's birthday party. And it's just really cool to get this kind of at-home family life inside to dancehall artists' life. You get what I mean? Because it's two people that we know, two people that we listen to their music, you know. Tami, Chynn, frozen, I'm frozen, I'm frozen, I'm frozen. Like, that was my song when I was going to Queens, guys. And everybody know Wayne Marsh cheesy, so it's just really cool to see them in that space. You heard me mention that Beanie Man, you know, is doing great in the capacity of representing fatherhood in in dancehall and Family Man and all these types of things, and Wayne Marshall and Tami is doing that as well. So if you have not already catched any of their videos on YouTube, please take your time out to go and check it out. It's really cool to see what the behind the scenes and behind the stage life is like for our dancehall artists, you know. And it would be nice to have this kind of insider too. Some of them we kind of don't even post too often. Yes, Alkaline, I'm talking about you. Holding down our number 3 spot is new music in dancehall. Now, as you guys already know, if you've been watching our episodes of DSession weekly, we take the time out to cover the nicest song them when me sit down and listen to over the last week. You know, dancehall is a very active industry, and like song that take long for boss. 1 week you have at least 20 songs for pick and choose from where you want to listen to. So we are about to run down the nicest songs that I came across in dancehall over the last week. And the tracks are all 17 songs on Vybz Kartel album. Yes, what's the thing that I can tell you? What's on a really thing that I go come here and tell you? And Buju Banton Upside Down. Why am I keep on call the album Ups and Downs? Somebody need to title the album Ups and Downs, because it look like it have a nice album title buzz to it. Why me keep on say it? But Buju Banton Upside Down as well. Yes, listen.
Jump on the beat and beat it like it out harder. Daddy, feed the wall of them wire. Me lap down the place like prison, shed it like a llama.
I did not have time to even like pay attention to anything else that happened within the space. I'm sure that you guys drop music. I will definitely include any songs that came out over this last week into next week's episode of DSession and go on top 10 rundown of all of the nicest songs them over the last 2 weeks. I will do that for you guys, my angels. I love ya. However, for this week's episode, I need you to just take the time out and go check out Vybz Kartel and Buju Banton album and just listen to all of those songs. That is the new music in dancehall. That is what I'm giving you guys homework to go and do. Yes, have your life, enjoy yourself as per usual. Alright, now this is where we get to the part of the video that it's gonna okay. So coming in at number 2, we have Rygin King. Now, for most of you who are active followers of the dancehall space and are very much immersed within, you know, the industry and the artists and all of this, you would have seen the news reports. As a matter of fact, even if you're not, this has been everywhere. The news reports about Rygin King and his incident where he was coming from a funeral in Westmoreland along with, I'm not really sure right now, but there are some reports saying that the female that got shot as well and succumbed to her injuries is his girlfriend, where there are other reports that are saying that it's his manager's girlfriend. So I'm not going to give a confirmation on the relationship between her and Rygin King. However, they were coming from a funeral in Westmoreland, and I believe they made probably a quick stop somewhere, and unknown assailants, as we're gonna call them here, came by on the scene, and he was, you know, there are a lot of shots fired. So he's currently right now stable. If we're going to go off what Roshan has posted on his Instagram, Roshan posted on his Instagram that he's in a stable condition, and there has been several dancehall artists and people all across the industry, and you know, everyone who is a fan of Rygin King or even is affiliated with him or knows about him has been posting, you know, saying to keep strong, to keep fighting. And we just want to, you know, send our prayers out to Rygin King and his family, especially his children, because if the reports are true that this is his baby mother, then I feel it a lot for the kids, because losing your mom, especially in a time like this, like 2020 is really kicking our ass, people. 2020 is really, 2020 I do it bad. Like seriously, I mean, DSession is not a personal show, but even this morning I got a phone call from my mom telling me about somebody who's really close to me that passed away due to illness. It's not like, you know, murder or anything, but just succumbed to their illness, and it was just a real shocker for me, because I'm like, how much more can we take, you know, this year? Like, what else gonna happen? It's June just a finish, and that's 6 months into the year, and I feel like the year just, let's just send out our prayers to Rygin King and his family and his friends. I really do not want to have to come back here and report to you guys that anything worse than this has happened regarding his situation. So we're just looking for the best and only up from here for Rygin King. So, you know, enough love to you, bro. And for those of you who do not know who Rygin King is, he is a popular dancehall artist. He came out of Montego Bay, really. And the one thing about Rygin King that I want you guys to leave here with knowing about who he is that when Rygin King came on the scene, Kingston was the hot place. Kingston and Portmore was the hot place for dancehall artists. So he really brought Montego Bay. You know, Tami Lee already did it, but Tami Lee really came out underneath Portmore Empire, so he was still Portmore affiliated, even though he was from Montego Bay. But when Rygin King came on the scene, that's when people really started to pay attention to Mobe dancehall artists. And of course, some fest ended up being hosted in Montego Bay that year, around the time that he got popular with his song Tough, you know, and he completely shelled the Sumfest stage. It's one of the best performances I have to date from a dancehall artist on a stage like that.
Party in a white and every girl a ball out. I'm gonna tell me I'm a party now. I'm telling me alright.
So that is just one of the things that you need to know about Rygin King, and remember to keep him in your prayers. Holding down our #1 spot is another sad story and tribute as well. #1 goes to Shenseea and her mom. Now Shenseea, I'm sure most of my subscribers or persons who will be watching this video are already aware of who Shenseea is, but she is one of our that popular dancehall artists. She has done collabs with some of the greats in dancehall. She right now, you know, has also collabed with some international artists, so she's definitely doing her thing as one of our big celebrities within dancehall. And she recently lost her mom. Now she has been mourning the loss of her mother for a couple of days now, and she has requested not to be tagged or spoken to regarding the passing of her mom. So even regarding this video, you know, do not, you know, on behalf of Shenseea, do not share, you know, anything with her regarding this personally, or so, just to keep respects to her request as well. But it's a really sad situation. I'm not even sure how to even report on this. If you notice, I'm just back and forth with this story because I haven't even fully processed what her emotion could be to even know what to say, because really I want this session to be a space where I don't just bring news to you guys, but it's a way for us to communicate also what we as the fans are feeling regarding dancehall and what the artists are doing. So I like to also take opportunities to speak directly to the artist and, you know, to share what my thoughts are based on what I reported to you guys. But all I can say is just keep strong, and remember Shenseea also in your prayers. It is the worst emotion to have to go through life not knowing that if anything should go wrong, you have your mommy that you can lean on, especially in her situation where she wasn't necessarily close or I think even knew her dad. So I know this is going to be a hurdle that will take years to get over or to even get back to what normal life for Shenseea is like. Her son, I know, is hurting because she's posted a lot of videos with her mom in personal spaces. So we as the fans, we know the type of relationship she have with her mom. We know the type of relationship that Rajira, her son, has with her mom, and it's just really sad to know that these people are hurting right now in a way that I could never imagine, you know, and I hope I never have to imagine anytime soon. So it's important that we, you know, be very sensitive with how we approach these artists in seeing, in passing, on social media, doesn't matter where, you know. Bear in mind that this is now happening, and just share your love and your condolences where you can, and just keep them in your prayers. And that's really all I can first of all say before I get too emotional. So yeah, and that concludes our stories this week in dancehall. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about all the stories that we reported on today. You know, I always love to read you guys' comments and respond, because sometimes it'll get really funny. Like, sometimes y'all are the best. What I also want you guys to do is to leave a comment with some prayer emojis. I definitely want to see prayer emojis in the comment section for Shenseea and Rygin King. It is, like I said, a really sad situation, but we are praying for you guys, and we know that you both will pull through. Also, remember to give this video a like, give my like button some love, show my like button some love, and to also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We post DSession episodes every single week where we cover the hottest and newest stories within dancehall. And if you are a big dancehall fan, then this is the show that you need to be watching. So hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you never miss an episode each week. And remember also to share my videos with your friends, guys. Yes, all your friends that we know say a big cartel and dancehall fans, share the video with them so they can tune in weekly and get a dose of the news. Remember to also follow me on social media where I post the updates, dancehall updates. Yes, most of the time those are stories that will be covered in a DSession episode. So if you want a little prelude, you want a little bite and know what's about to come, then follow me on Instagram and Facebook. All the links are in the description bar below. Until next time, angels, walk good. All the beautiful people out there in the world. Bye, angels.